One video changed everything for the Indiana Fever's future. Satou Sabally, one of the brightest stars in the WNBA, shocked fans with her unexpected comments about Caitlin Clark. It wasn't what anyone anticipated. She said, obviously, it's annoying because there were so many Caitlin Clark fans. But at the same time, it's amazing to see so many people wearing women's basketball jerseys. It's incredible to see the excitement and joy around it. Although I feel like our Dallas fans could have done better. It's a sign of how far women's basketball has come, and it's great to see. As everyone was focused on free agency moves, this viral clip revealed something that could change Indiana's championship plans. Satou Sabally shared her thoughts and sparked a conversation that has both Caitlin Clark's supporters and critics talking. When you hear what she said, you'll understand why this is about more than just basketball. In a rapid-fire question game, Sabally was asked to choose between WNBA stars, including Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese. Without hesitation, she picked Reese, and that's where things got interesting. Sabally was also asked to choose between other top players, like Angel Reese versus Aya Wilson versus Emma Meesman, and several other top stars. Throughout the game, she showed a lot of consistency, picking Sabrina Ionescu over big names like Diana Taurasi and Kelsey Plum. But it was the Clark versus Reese decision that set social media on fire. Why? Because it came at a time when the Fever is trying to build a super team around Clark. Sabally's choice highlighted that there are other great players in the league. Her comments challenged the idea that Clark is coming in to dominate. After all, we've seen other players like Candace Parker win MVP in their rookie season. But Clark's path is far from guaranteed success. Timing couldn't be more critical. Sabally is entering free agency as one of the most sought-after players. Last season, she averaged 18.6 points, 8.1 rebounds, and 4 points for assists, stats that had every team taking notice. The Fever has been eyeing her as the perfect power forward to complement Clark's playmaking skills. What annoyed Sabally was how the media reacted when Caitlin Clark only scored 3 points against New York. The conversation was all about Clark, not about the strong team play of the other players. She pointed out, even when we beat Indiana, the narrative was all about what Caitlin Clark did, but no one mentions Aliyah Boston, the #1 pick, who didn't even get her name mentioned. This video adds a whole new layer to the free agency drama. Sources close to the Fever have revealed they are planning a massive pitch to Sabally. The initial idea was simple. Pair Satou Sabally with Caitlin Clark to create the most dynamic young duo in the WNBA. But now, that plan might need some rethinking. Let's explore why this is such a big deal. First, the Dallas Wings are expected to court Sabally, meaning they can match any offer she receives. However, there's been talk that Sabally wants a change of scenery, and Indiana, with their young core and Clark's arrival, seemed like the perfect fit. Second, the Fever aren't just offering money, they're offering the spotlight. Playing with Clark means more national TV games, massive media attention, and increased marketing opportunities. Sabally's comments in this video suggest she might not be completely sold on sharing that spotlight. The social media reaction has been intense. WNBA Twitter exploded with theories on what this means for free agency. Some fans think Sabally is sending a message to Dallas to keep her, while others believe it's just a casual game being overanalyzed. What makes this situation unique is that Sabally is not just any free agent. She's a 25-year-old all-star entering her prime. Her game could perfectly complement Clark's style. While Clark works from the perimeter, Sabally can score from anywhere on the floor, and their pick-and-roll partnership would be a nightmare for opposing teams. But let's not forget about other standout players like Aliyah Boston and Nelissa Smith, who are also on the Fever and are key contributors. Fans are starting to wonder if Clark's role as a social media icon and media presence could lead to her using her platform to help promote her teammates. That hasn't happened much so far, and now people are questioning what's really going on behind the scenes. Industry insiders are divided on what this all means. Some argue that it's just a fun video game that doesn't mean anything significant. After all, Sabally is known for her honest and unfiltered responses, and she's not the type to play political games with her answers. Others, however, see this as a calculated move. In today's WNBA, player movement is more common than ever, and every public statement gets analyzed. By choosing Reese over Clark, Sabally might be signaling that her preferred landing spots don't include Indiana. The numbers make this even more interesting. Last season, Sabally's efficiency surged when she played with strong passers. Her field goal percentage jumped from 43% to 51% when she had clean looks. Now imagine those numbers with Clark, who is known for creating open shots for her teammates. Despite the uncertainty, the Fever's front office isn't panicking. Sources say they're still planning to make a strong push for Sabally when free agency opens. Their pitch will focus on how well she fits into the team's basketball system, rather than the personalities involved. After all, you don't need to be best friends to win championships. When you look at the X's and O's, a Clark-Sabally pairing could completely transform WNBA offense. Clark's long-range shooting would create space for Sabally's drives, and Sabally's versatility would give Clark multiple passing options. Both players have high basketball IQs, making them unpredictable. They can each create their own shots when needed. The financial side is also huge. The Fever has the cap space to offer Sabally a max contract, especially with Clark still on her rookie deal. This gives them the potential to build a championship contender while staying under the salary cap. But this video adds a crucial element to consider: chemistry. The WNBA is different from other leagues because there are only 12 roster spots. Team chemistry is everything. The Fever need to know if Sabally is ready to embrace the Clark era in Indiana. Recent history shows why chemistry matters. Take the Las Vegas Aces. For example, their success comes from stars who truly enjoy playing together. The Seattle Storm's dynasty was built on perfect chemistry between Sue Bird and Breanna Stewart. The timing of this video is especially interesting because it came right after Clark announced her decision to go pro. The WNBA community has been divided over Clark's impact. Some veterans welcome the attention she brings, while others feel the media coverage is disproportionate. Many are also curious about how her game will translate to the pros. Sabally's choice in this video might reflect this larger debate. As someone who has worked hard to earn her place in the WNBA, she might have mixed feelings about Clark's immediate spotlight. The international angle adds another layer to the situation. Sabally, born in New York but raised in Germany, brings a global perspective to the game. Her choice of Reese over Clark might reflect a preference for players who've paid their dues in the league, rather than a rookie superstar instantly dominating the spotlight. Looking ahead, several scenarios could play out. 1. Dallas courts Sabally, making this whole discussion irrelevant. 2. Sabally uses free agency to find a team where she's the clear star. 3. The Fever convinces her that playing with Clark will benefit everyone. Or 4. Another team swoops in with an unexpected offer. The ripple effects are already visible. Other free agents are watching this closely. How Indiana handles this could impact their ability to attract veteran players who may have concerns about playing with a rookie superstar. Behind the scenes, Clark's camp is staying quiet. They understand that veteran players might need time to warm up to the idea of playing with college basketball's biggest star. It's a delicate balance between respecting the league's established stars and maximizing Clark's impact. What makes this situation unprecedented is the social media era we're in. 10 years ago, a simple preference in a video game wouldn't make headlines. Today, it can shape free agency narratives. The next few weeks will be crucial. Free agency officially opens soon, and the Fever needs to decide how much this video really changes their plans. Do they still go all in on Sabally, or do they pivot to other targets who might be more excited to play with Clark? One thing is certain, this video has turned what seemed like a straightforward free agency period into one of the most intriguing storylines of the WNBA offseason. With the league's popularity rising rapidly, every move now matters more than ever. But here's what most people are missing. This isn't just about preferences in a social media video. Satou Sabally's choice highlights a bigger divide in the WNBA. that has been growing ever since Caitlin Clark announced her decision to go pro. Some veterans are excited about Clark's arrival and the attention she brings, while others are hesitant about the media circus surrounding her. The Fever's front office is closely watching this, but they're playing chess, not checkers. They aren't just trying to build a team, they're aiming to create a culture that could define the next era of WNBA basketball. Sabally's potential signing could turn Indiana into an instant contender, but chemistry matters more than ever. Inside sources reveal that the Fever's strategy goes beyond simply collecting talent. They've been studying successful super teams, both in the WNBA and NBA, to learn how to build something lasting. The key lesson: star power alone doesn't guarantee success. The Las Vegas Aces thrived because Aja Wilson embraced Chelsea Gray and Kelsey Plum as equals. The Seattle Storm dominated because Sue Bird made sure every star felt valued and respected. The business side of this also adds an interesting layer. The Fever has made it clear that they want players who can thrive in the spotlight that comes with Clark. But it's not just about handling the attention, it's about leveraging it. Last season, when Clark played college games, WNBA players who commented positively on her performances saw their social media followings grow significantly. This is where Sabally's video response becomes crucial. Whether intentional or not, it could impact her free agency value, especially in Indiana. Marketing experts estimate that playing alongside Clark could double or even triple a player's endorsement opportunities. The Fever knows this, and it's a key part of their pitch to free agents. But there's another layer to consider: the international market. Sabally, with her German background, has a global following. The Fever's analytics team has data showing that pairing Clark with Sabally could make them one of the most internationally marketable teams in women's basketball. This is why Sabally's apparent preference in the video matters more than just on-court chemistry. Recent developments have added even more intrigue to the situation. Several WNBA veterans have privately expressed concerns about the Clark effect. They worrying that her massive social media following might overshadow the league's established stars. Sabally's video could be seen as aligning with this camp, though sources close to her insist it's not as simple as it appears. Sabally is more focused on basketball fit than media attention. The Fever's front office has been conducting extensive research on team dynamics. They've interviewed former players, studied successful partnerships, and analyzed why certain star pairings work while others fail. Their findings suggest that initial preferences or hesitations often matter less than shared goals and professional respect. Looking at the numbers tells an interesting story. Teams with strong chemistry consistently outperform those with more individual talent, but less cohesion. The Connecticut Sun's success, despite having fewer big names, proves this point. That's why the Fever isn't just evaluating skills, they're assessing how players might mesh with Clark's style and personality. Recent conversations with Clark's camp reveal another layer to the situation. They understand the delicate balance required. Clark doesn't want to be seen as taking over the league, she wants to elevate it. Her representatives have been careful to emphasize respect for current players in all their communications. This approach could help ease any concerns veterans might have. The financial impact goes beyond player salaries. The Fever season ticket sales have already spiked since Clark announced her decision to go pro. Adding another marquee name like Sabally could turn Indiana into the WNBA's hottest ticket. Corporate sponsors are watching closely, ready to invest in what could be the league's next great team. This situation also highlights the changing power dynamics in the WNBA. In the past, rookies were expected to quietly earn their place. Now, with players like Clark bringing massive followings, veterans must adapt to a new reality where some rookies arrive as ready-made stars. The Fever's coaching staff has been quietly preparing for various scenarios. They've developed defensive sets that would maximize both Clark's and Sabally's strengths. Their analysis shows the potential for historic offensive efficiency with these two players sharing the court. But will they get the chance to test these theories? Another factor is the league's evolving media landscape. The WNBA's new television deal is approaching, and having marketable teams matters more than ever. A Clark-Sabally pairing in Indiana could significantly impact these negotiations, and the league office is quietly hoping this partnership materializes. I think it's unfair to put that burden onto someone, but I do think it's good, as a society, to have that conversation, Sabally says. Why are we so set on certain things? And why do certain players get more endorsement deals than others? We have a lot of mascots representing women in the league, and their numbers look very different compared to those representing beautiful, feminine women who wear heels and are more sexually appealing. Looking ahead, several key dates could shape this story. Free agency officially opens soon, and early moves could influence Sabally's decision. If other stars start flocking to Indiana to play with Clark, it could change the calculus for everyone involved. The ripple effects extend to player development as well. Young players around the league are watching how veterans react to Clark's arrival, and their response could shape the future of the league. The way future college stars approach their WNBA transitions is changing, and Sabally, as a young veteran, has particular influence in this area. Behind closed doors, the Fever's analytics department has been running fascinating projections. Their models suggest a Clark-Sabally pairing could create unprecedented scoring opportunities. The spacing, versatility, and basketball IQ of both players could revolutionize WNBA defense. Great job, Sabally says of Clark's progress. I just tell her, I'm proud of you, keep doing your thing, and try to block out the noise. Everyone has some type of noise around them. It looks different for everyone. She's just now at the center of it all, with all eyes on her. What makes this moment particularly significant is its potential to reshape WNBA culture. The league is at a crossroads between respecting its established hierarchy and embracing new star power. How the situation resolves could set precedents for years to come. As the free agency period approaches, teams around the league are adjusting their strategies based on these developments. Some see an opportunity to swoop in if Indiana's plans falter, while others are watching closely to learn how to handle similar situations with future star rookies. The pressure on Indiana's front office is immense. They must balance building around Clark while maintaining a culture that attracts veterans. Their handling of this situation could define the franchise for the next decade. Every move, every statement, and every decision now carries extra weight. In the end, this isn't just about one video or one player's preferences, it's about the WNBA's evolution as it enters a new era. The league has never seen a rookie with Clark's profile, and how established stars like Sabally respond will shape basketball culture for years to come. The WNBA's free agency period is about to explode, and now you know exactly why the Sabally situation matters. If you want to stay updated on more WNBA insider news and all the latest free agency moves, smash that subscribe button and hit the bell. Drop your thoughts below. Do you think Sabally's comments will affect her chances of joining the Fever? And check out my video on why Caitlin Clark could change everything right above. The WNBA is about to get wild, and you won't want to miss what happens next.